Statistics show that seatbelts save lives. When used correctly, they reduce the risk of fatal injury to front seat passengers by 45%. So sometimes we don't think about smaller things like sparklers, but Dr. Bogucki says we do need to keep an eye out for these little guys because these burn hotter than right around 1,200 degrees, which is nearly 1,000 degrees more than the boiling point of water, double the heat to burn wood, and hot enough to melt glass. An early spring rain-snow mix couldn't keep members of Richland New Hope Group and other local volunteers from helping out during a Earth Day volunteer program aimed at helping clean up Mansfield. More than 500,000 people have taken part in head shaving events and donated over the years. Just this year, people have already raised nearly $20,000. If you want to participate or be a head shavee, you can head to stbaldricks.org and take part on their website where you can donate or find a local event to brave the shave. Here at Spring Mill, students have the opportunity to learn through play. They take what they've learned in the textbook and apply it to these games that they play in class. This one specifically works on probability and fractions. All right, so just up in the upper right corner?
Yep.
Okay. Good?
Completely painless, huh?
Uh-huh. Is that enough?
Saving lives. Yep, that's good.
That didn't even hurt. We're back again here at the Rehab Center Telethon, 24th annual, believe it or not. It's been a while. Wind chill is going to be our main concern overnight tonight and then all the way through tomorrow afternoon. So right now, Rocky Acres Strawberry Farm isn't a pick-your-own strawberry farm, but they do plan to do that maybe in the future, maybe next year or the summer after. But right now, you can just drive up, purchase your own strawberries for whatever you'd like. It's a moment they've waited years for and at times thought would never come. Cora Skelnick and her family are riding bikes together once again. A tradition they thought was lost was given new life thanks to a mother's intuition, a kind-hearted shop teacher, and his dedicated students. Despite being born with a handful of disabilities, the sweet, energetic 16-year-old never let it break her spirit. As she grew, family incorporated her into every activity they possibly could.
She was young and both girls were young. We would bike and camp and take bike camping trips, and we just had a pull-along carrier, and as she outgrew that, we had a double one, and then she outgrew that, and we looked into buying bikes for disabled people, but they were so expensive that it just didn't seem reasonable, and so we stopped biking.
And that's when Mom had a bright idea. She approached friend and shop teacher Mike Schloop about building Cora a custom bike.
I wonder if they could make something, and so I just one day asked him. I told him a little bit about my daughter, and he said, yeah, definitely, let's do that. I want to make something for your daughter. Let's make it happen. And so he gave us the supplies that he would need, which were extremely reasonable, and said, we're going to make it a project for the shop class to build a bike for your daughter.
1 month later, we watched alongside Mr. Schloop and his students as Cora and her family rode down the bike trail for the first time in years.
Good to watch her finally get to ride it, and it fits on the road. We're glad about that. So, hopefully she'll enjoy it all summer.
It feels amazing, like absolutely just amazing. It makes me feel warm to my heart just to watch it. Well, a lot of people are like, oh, Mansfield is a bad school. There's a lot of fights. Everything's bad there. Mansfield's a great school. It really is, and good things come out of it.
Look what came out of it.
Amazingness, honestly.
For me, I lost my only brother, my little brother, and my only family member who I could share my heart's concerns with. He was a supportive father to his sons, an exceptional employee that provided a good standard of living for his family. On the night of July 22nd, 2014, that was all taken away as a result of a decision that Julie Krebs knowingly made.
The Richland County Common Pleas courtroom was an emotional scene as Paul Gross's family read letters about him Friday afternoon.
I cry every day. I don't understand why this happened to us. I know you're not supposed to question God, but I do. How could this happen to us? Where was God?
There is no amount of time that you can serve that will be enough for Paul and our family to receive justice. You will get to see and talk to your family no matter what you are sentenced to. We will never get that chance again.
6 months ago, on the night of July 22nd, Krebs was drunk, high, and driving on a suspended license when she went left of center and collided with Gross's motorcycle. His family asked Judge Brent Robinson to give 22-year-old Krebs the maximum sentence of 11 years for vehicular manslaughter and other charges. Julie pled guilty to the charges and had her attorney read a letter she wrote to the family, apologizing and expressing the sorrow she feels every day.
I want them to know that I am truly sorry and that I have to live with this tragedy every day of my life, just as they do.
After hearing statements from the Gross and Krebs families, Robinson sentenced Julie to 8 years in prison and $61,000 in restitution fees.
You made a terrible choice that resulted in a terrible consequence. I'm going to sentence you to the 8 years. It's mandatory prison time. You will not be getting out. You're going to do the 8 years.
Although Judge Robinson did not give Julie the maximum sentence the family was hoping for, he did give Paul's family a small amount of peace, knowing Julie will pay for the crime she committed.
Paul was a great man. Everyone loved him. He was liked by everyone. He never said a bad thing about anyone. And we all love him and miss him very much.
For WMFD TV, I'm Lauren Artino.
So I started in mid-April from Atlantic City, New Jersey. I actually stepped out of the Atlantic Ocean and I plan on hopping in the Pacific Ocean in about 6 months from now in San Francisco.
Jared Reichbaum is a man on a mission. He's traveled more than 500 miles with thousands left before his journey is complete, and he's doing it all to raise awareness for a need close to his heart.
I had a friend who had a bone marrow transplant, and after following her story, I came to learn that there's about 15,000 Americans right now that are in need of a bone marrow transplant, and thousands of those people will never find their match. And there's less than 3% of eligible Americans that are registered. And it's just something that a lot of people don't know about. It's so easy to do, and it's just a Q-tip swab of the cheek, and you can join the registry. They can match your skin cells up with people that are on the waiting list and see if you're someone's match, and you can save a life pretty easily.
The Pittsburgh man says his goal is to register as many bone marrow donors as he possibly can during his 8-month expedition across the U.S. Packed up in his dog stroller are all the essentials: clothing, food, shoes, water, a cell phone, a solar-powered charger, and donor registration kits. On average, he walks 15 to 20 miles a day and stays the night at campgrounds, motels, or with friends he meets along the way.
Some people have seen me on the news and on the radio and kind of beep and say hi and are excited to see me. Some think I'm pushing a baby down the street. So yeah, I think it's overall been a great experience so far. I've met a lot of nice people.
To date, Jarrett has registered nearly 100 donors, including myself. The kits are easy, pain-free, and take just minutes to complete. Most eligible donors end up being needed for stem cell transplants, which is similar to giving blood.
So if you would like to join the registry, just visit bethematch.org and you can order a kit to your home completely free, and it's completely free to send back to them, and you could be someone's lifesaver. Thank you.